Hey guys, DOWSEY here, and welcome back to another 1 hour of killer video. This time with the Ghostface, as requested by Gaming with Jerome and everybody who supported their request on the comment section. If you would like to choose the next killer for the next 1 hour of killer video, then make sure to go down into the comment section, leave whichever killer you would like to see, and upvote the ones that you want seen as well, as it's the most voted comment that will choose the next killer, the Ghostface. Quite a fun killer to play. You can teabag the survivors back, and for that reason, I think that's all we really need to focus on. I have 6 builds to go over in this video to help you get familiar with the Ghostface. The first is going to be DevourFace. Then we're going to go over Spies from the shadows and see how that can be really useful for the Ghostface. Afterwards, we're going to use Jay's favorite combo of Dragon's Grip with Ghostface to have constant exposed status effects. Then I'm going to go over the best build for the Ghostface, a really strong beginner's build for the Ghostface, and then a meme build where I play only CrouchFace whilst wearing the mask. That's the last build in the video, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and comment along the way to help the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe if you want to see more from me in the future. Enjoy the video. Alright guys, so we're going to do the classic Devour Hope Undying build as we've done in every video so far. We have barbecue and chili so that when we hook the survivor, we can go cross map, start a chase with a new survivor. If they're on a generator and we feel like we need to, we have Pop Goes the Weasel as well to help us out there. Normally, I don't like pairing active perks like Pop Goes the Weasel with Devour Hope, because I think that with Devour Hope, you want to try and get that stacked as quickly as possible. So it's just there as, I guess, like an insurance in a way. Alrighty, here we go. Great map for totem play. Any of the Yamaka estate maps are really good for that. Typically, you're going to find that survivors struggle to find totems, and since we have Devour Hope as well, our spawn here will typically spawn a survivor in this back corner close to us. So we're going to check that out as quickly as possible and see if the survivors are back here. It doesn't seem like there are. It's possible that they've already rotated into the house. Yep, there we go. Go for a stalk here because he's a nice straight line. He's not going to get away from that. What? He stalked us, revealed us around the corner. That's actually insane. I hear him running through the house, I thought. Do I not? Or did I hear him running along the wood? Well, that's a strange direction to run. Where's he gone? He just disappeared? No, he didn't. I couldn't stalk him in the bush. That's crazy. All right, so relatively quick down there. And we'll use barbecue and chili to cross around the map to try and catch off the rest of the survivors. They spawned in the shack. That's a pretty quick gen, probably 2-man gen. And then there'll be a third, hopefully on a gen that we can contest. There it is. And they're actually on our totem as well. So a bit of a pain. We are going to lose our hope real quick. But we can come over to this gen. Let's turn our terror radius off now. And pop this gen. Or maybe even get a grab or stalk. Stalk's good. We'll take the stalk because it's half stalk with the 2.5 seconds. She's not going to reveal us, I don't think. So let's crouch and do the gen. Crouching actually... Oh, she went over there. Crouching actually hides our position a little bit. I think it was the Claudette here who actually revealed me. So let's give a quick hit and run on her, and then we can transition onto the Nia if we wish to. Nia probably is not going to expect that she's mostly stalked up, and will probably sit fairly unsafely. If she decides to breathe that... Oh, she's really laggy. I'm going to stalk her and just try and play the short loop with no terror radius. This should work fairly well. Yeah, lovely. Very, very simple down that. So we've managed to get 2 downs now by stalking, which is great. I want to go try and find this Claudette. I'm a bit concerned that she's going to find our second totem. She's in the shack, so maybe we can creep up on her. Yeah, okay, we kind of creeped up on her, but now I think she's going to run towards the hook. Oh, no, she's not. I need to try and path in a way that puts me outside the 24 meters of this hook, so I'm taking a really wide path here. The Claudette's sitting on a pallet, so I think I'll let the Claudette rescue and contest this gen over here with Pop. If they're on it. Doesn't seem they are. Right, Claudette should go for the rescue now. Is she not going to? She's coming towards me. That's really strange. She got very lost. Alright. So now we can essentially hook this Claudette in the corner and look to see where the Adam may be, or the Cheryl. Whoever didn't get the rescue. So far, so good on the Devour Hope plans. No one's playing around our Devour Hope totem, which is great. Alright, Adam's over here. So let's approach him. And we don't even have to stalk him here because Cheryl has come towards us. She's going to get the unhook immediately. We are going to get Devour Hope here. So just like that, he goes down. And now we can hook him, pop his gen, and that would be our 4th token. And we can also see if the Nia has ran off towards the Devour Hope totem. So this is really good for barbecue info. All right, so you can see Claudette's running around, Nia's running around. They're all trying to find the totem. Perfect. There's Cheryl. Try and keep line of sight clear here. I don't think Cheryl's seen us yet. Oh, she has 100% seen us. Let's see if Nia's cut this direction. She has. Oh, it's actually Claudette. Perfect. We can start chase with her. Pop it down. We don't get any Devour Hope info out of that, but that's fine. Let's chuck... Oh, she is DS. Bit of a pain. That's fine, though. Where's Cheryl gone, I wonder? This Claudette gets really, like, confused very easily. I want to try and creep up on the Cheryl. She has kind of disappeared from me here. I'm spending a lot of time protecting the Devour Hope totem, which is not something I really enjoy doing. I'm probably going to lose it, is the reality. And I'm also probably going to lose the gen in the corner because the survivors haven't healed the Adam, so they're probably two-manning it. Oh, here's Cheryl. There shouldn't be a doorway here, so this is really good for us. And Claudette's here as well. All right, so I'm going to hook and then essentially try and transfer away from this. If I hook here, I should be able to get out of range fairly easily, which is good. And we also get barbecue immediately to know if we're going to lose our Devour. You know what? I am probably going to lose my Devour to that Nia there. So let's let the Claudette get the unhook. And let's try and Mori this Nia. Perfect. The unhook. Crouch so that we don't get seen by the Nia. Lovely. That's our Devour Hope secured here. I would rather not Mori her on the totem, by the way, because it will give the survivors real good information as to where the totem is. So I'm going to Mori her here instead. Typically, survivors going to go straight to where the Moried survivor is because they go, that must be where the totem is. So it's just trying to essentially mask the area of the totem a little bit. I'm not sure if it will be very successful, but we'll give it a go. That's our first picture taken. Nice little snapshot there. I did hear a survivor near me, so I'm looking around for them right now. I believe Adam or Cheryl was in this area somewhere. I don't know where they are, so I think we're going to lose the totem. Oh, there's a survivor coming towards us here. It's Cheryl. Ran straight into us. Lovely. Perfect. Another selfie for us. Lovely. Say cheese! Cheese! Oh dear. Love it. Straight back into our stealth mode again. Here's Adam. I'm just crouching to try and not get revealed, but he knows that he's dead. I think. Oh, this was not the pallet side. Neither of them were pallets. Interesting. Bit of a swing and a whiff there. We've got our Bloodlust. Going into our stealth mode is just going to get rid of it here. Since I have Bloodlust 1, I might even be able to catch him on this pallet. Yep, easily. Perfect. Now I have a choice. Do I selfie and risk catch escape, or do I hook? We will selfie, obviously. I think that's part of the fun of using Devour Hope. Nice grin, Adam. All right, now it's the potential hatch find for myself or Claudette. Not really worried which way it goes. I think we've had a lot of fun this game. Here's the hatch at Shack. Perfect. And let's see where the exit gates are. both on a line with each other. Oh, Claudette's here as well. Perfect. The Mega 4 selfie game. We love that. Smile for the camera, Claudie. Hey, cheese! GG's. What a successful Devour Hope game. Love that. Alrighty, guys. So for this one, we're going to be using Spies from the Shadows, which is quite a popular choice with Ghostface players. I typically find that it works best on indoor maps like Hawkins National Laboratory, so we're going to be going there. We've paired it with Surge and Surveillance, because when we down a survivor, we'll get Surge, and that will make the generator turn either white if the survivor's not on it, or yellow if they are on it, so we get some really good information. And then I'm going to bring Oppression as well, which will hopefully give me even more surveillance value during the game. We'll give it a go. Alrighty, we spawned upstairs. Hopefully we'll be able to get some quick Spies from the Shadows value so that we can find a survivor quickly. Spies from the Shadow also works on maps like Dead Dog Saloon, which is quite small and has some good crow placements. It's just any indoor map has really good crow placements because the crows are positioned in the corridors, and the corridors are very tight. And so for that reason, you are usually going to get really good information from Spies from the Shadows. That's why indoor maps like Hawkins are really good for that, as you can pretty much track a survivor very, very easily on a map like this. Let's wait for a Dead Hard. She stood way too close to the wall there to not have Dead Hard. There she goes. We know there's going to be a survivor back there, so we'll go over there after this in just a second. No Surge info, so none of the generators in this area have been started. We know that much. There's a survivor back there that we were talking about. Cool. We should be able to get around the corner here without the Nancy revealing us. That gen is being worked on. Can I get a lean stalk? Yes, I can. Perfect. Oh, he almost went upstairs. If he went upstairs, he would have died, as there would have been no way for him to get away from us at all. Very safe tile, this map. Oh, it's not as safe as it could be. And that's him down. We'll get the Surge on that gen. You can see it starts regressing. That's great. Oh, and they finish the gen over there. So now we know where all 4 survivors are. There was a survivor who rescued the Nancy. There was a survivor on the lab generator, which is typically where you can find a survivor either up here or over there at the start of the game. It was not David revealing me, surely. Around a corner. And some of the reveal that survivors get is crazy. I think it has to do with desync mostly, but it's hard to say. Cool. Great Surge. Spies info there. I keep getting my S's mixed up. We have a lot of them in this build, don't we? Spy, Surge, Surveillance. It's the same Oppression. I guess Oppression has a couple S's in it, but not quite the same. Is he coming this way? I don't understand where he was trying to loop towards. Maybe he wasn't. Instead of using our Surge in this scenario, by basic attacking, we're going to grab. That's a very conscious decision, by the way, because I don't think we're going to get good Surge value in this corner of the map. Looks like there is a survivor back there, but I think there's going to be 2 in this direction, so we're going to go over here instead. We're going to need to cut in here so that he can't reveal us. And then look for the down on the David who's staying injured, which is a huge error, as you can guess. Now we get Surge on his gen. Awesome. And we can continue chasing the Adam, who wasn't going to camp the pallet. Oh, we got another one here, doesn't he? Nice little red light mind game, because he thought I might be going around to the other door there. Worked out really well. Okay. Let's see exactly what this David's doing over here. In a corner. Does he have Decisive? He probably does, I think. Let's have a look. Nope, no Decisive. All right. So we know that the Nancy was working a gen over there, thanks to Spies, I believe. So we should know exactly where we need to go here. Over to this corner. And here they are on the gen. Amazing. She's trying to finish it, or was she just running away? I don't know. Felix is committing. He'll go to the rescue by the looks of things. Lovely, and we get Surge on that gen as well. We're getting some great Surge surveillance value right now. I haven't kicked any gens yet, which is meaning we're getting zero oppression value. So I need to try and kick a gen at some point soon so we can see how that changes things. On the hook you go. Has everyone been hooked once yet? No, I don't think we've hooked the Adam yet, but we know he's over there. There's no quick way to get over there, so we're going to go all the way around this direction and hope we can catch him. There's a survivor in here, and there's a survivor over here as well. Both of them. I think they're two separate survivors, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, they are. One of them's Felix. Oh, Felix was right. What are you doing, Felix? One of them's Felix, and the other one, I guess, was Adam or David. That's David there, most likely on the gen. All right, he goes down here. There's no way to get away from me. No pallets for ages. All right, Surge procs on that gen again. Awesome. If someone comes and taps this gen, and then I can use Oppression, which would be neat. We can see that David is on the gen over there, thanks to surveillance. He has that yellow gen or information. Oh, Nancy. Nancy, Nancy, Nancy. And there is a survivor getting the rescue as well. I don't think we can do much about that. I'm surprised he didn't tap the gen as he ran past it. Still no gen tapping going on. Well, we didn't get Surge off that final hit onto the Nancy, unfortunately, because we did down her too quickly. They are going to get that gen done over in the corner. Let's see if these guys are healing over here right next to the pallet. Well, they are revealing me, so they're pretty close, aren't they? Over here, we see. Upstairs we go. One's on the gen. How you doing, mate? How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Oh, DS. All right, now we can get some potential. I say potential because it's very unlikely we get any oppression value here. Yeah, no oppression value, because I'm pretty sure all 4 survivors are actually up here. Yeah, here's Adam, and we saw David. We ran right past him, so. Unlucky. Oppression value. A bit lackluster right now. I think I can lean stalk him here. Or we can just go for the basic attack if he wants to run away. That works as well. I guess he was worried that I might have him like stalked or something, I guess. I don't know. Bit strange that he ran so quickly. Chuck him on our shoulder and poke him over here. This is a good little hook as well, because it's hard for him to reveal as off the hook as well. Watch. Because he gets turned around. So that'll allow us to run straight back up here. I don't know if the survivor has... Oh, they hopped off this immediately. Interesting. I was basically moonwalking there in case the survivor had spine chill, but it's the Felix, so we know that he was not paying much attention anyway. This pallet here is fairly weak. I think David is actually on the rescue. Unless that's the crow being lifted up by the Adam, which is very possible. It is, actually. Oh, I'm going the wrong direction. Let's go over here. So where would David... Oh, David's getting the rescue now. Nice. Oh, David, man. He's really good at revealing, isn't he? He's got that on lockdown. Knows his stuff. Cool. Whoa, am I actually chasing David? I'm not. He looped around this direction. That's a weak looping direction. That gives me a massive potential to stalk him. A massive potential to catch him quickly. Yeah, big mistake this. I'll show you why. We can now kick the pallet. And he's stuck up here. We have no great decision to be made. We start a chase, which gives us bloodlust. I can vault this. Once we have bloodlust, he's in a lot of trouble. Oh, and there's Adam as well. All right, we catch him now. Yeah, really weak decision. Don't ever want to go up here when you're either injured or exposed, because it's going to be very difficult for you to get out of that scenario. I believe Adam hopped on that gen there. He did. We see him running away. Bit of Spies info for the road there as well. It's going to be very hard for this Adam to get away from us. Especially if he keeps setting off crows. Where are you, man? Right here. Force him back this way because no hatches here. He has dead hard. I'm just waiting it out. Perfect. GG. Alrighty, so we're going to be running Dragon's Grip this time on Ghostface with the Torment, Pop Goes the Weasel, and Tinkerer build. Very similar to the one that you've already seen from Pyramid Head. This works pretty well on Ghostface as well because you can essentially turn off your terror radius at any point. So survivors are typically going to be a little bit more willing to tap a generator when you've left it because they expect you to be stealth. They don't really pay too much attention. Let's see how this works out. Alrighty, here we go. So we've got Wrecker's Yard for this. Not the easiest map to stealth on, honestly, because of, well, it's an Autohaven map. Autohaven maps typically fairly open for the survivors to be able to see. Based on our spawn, I suspect that we'll have a survivor on that gen over there and a survivor on that gen over there. Looks like they're in that corner as well, so that probably means they skipped this spawn and actually spawned over here instead. And we can see they did. Wonder if they saw me there. Probably. I didn't need to stalk them both there, guys, but we'll go for the Kate because she's staying put. And who was it? Feng? Feng's run off that direction. Okay. So we can try and find Feng. It might not be the easiest thing to do. Also, I can kick this gen with Pop Goes the Weasel. It has pretty good progress. And that means if Tap comes and taps the gen, then he'll become exposed thanks to Dragon's Grip. So let's see how this plan plays out. There was no need for me to use my power. This is the other thing that I really struggle with this build, as I use my power far too often. And when you kick the gen with Trail Torment, you actually don't have to use your power at all. These scratch marks are likely Fangs. Amazing. So she goes down. She was still marked. And Dragon's Grip just activated. No, it hasn't. It's not activated yet. The survivor hasn't tapped it yet. I see. So Tap's left the area completely as it works out. So, unfortunately, Dragon's Grip wasted. Is this him here? This is Ash, I see. But we can pop that gen just for the sake of gen regression. Alright. Looks like Ash might try and farm. Oh no, he might be in this. He's just here. I think I'm just going to go for a hit instead of trying to do anything fancy. Okay. I think that was like an attempt at a dumb tech, but very late and not very well considered. We can get rid of Crane Gen palette. That'd be awesome. I mean, if this guy looks behind him enough. No, he doesn't. He's in trouble. Oh, really? I think they changed this loop. It's distance, but I could be wrong. It feels different. Like, this entire loop feels different to what it was before. Hey, buddy. We're going to dead hard? Probably. Let's be real. Yep. That was the most predictable thing that he's done this game so far. Alrighty. I really want to try and get a Dragon's Grip going. This gen doesn't have enough progress to bother. There's no point stealthing up. That gen... It's got enough, but it's not much. It'll probably finish... It'll probably expire the Trail Torment before we can use anything. Watch this. I reckon if we like commit to going this direction and then double back like this, Kate will tap the gen for us and we'll get Dragon's Grip off it. Okay, never mind. Kate's just decided to hide the entire time. I don't think Kate has Spine Chill, by the way, because if she had Spine Chill, she would have used it previously. That's going to be another wasted Dragon's Grip. That's unfortunate, man. The survivors are really, like, scared of the idea of tapping generators, it seems. A bit of stalk onto the Ash, but it's really the second survivor, the thing that I'm looking for here. Whoa, 2 gens are ready to pop. That's crazy. And Fang's just holding W. Where's she going? Fang, come back. Alright, we can let those 2 gens pop. We've got 4 hooks for 2 gens. I'm pretty happy with that. Trade-off? Pretty happy. Back in stealth. There's 2 survivors here. One's injured. Oh, they finished healing it. The heal was silent, which I wasn't expecting. Okay, Dragon's Grip ready to go. Maybe we can find a gen to use it on. Fingers crossed. Ash is probably on one back here, right? He's full health again, isn't he? Yep, Tinker up. Perfect. Let's pop this gem with Tinkerer. Get Dragon's Grip from it. And then we can leave the chase for half a bit. I think Ash will do us a solid and tap it in just a second. If we ignore him for a little bit. Watch. Believe. Yeah, here he goes. He's going to get exposed. There it is. Big expose. He went back the same direction he came. Here he is. Lovely. Finally, some value. Out of Dragon's Grip. Took a while, but we got there. Now we can keep the gen again, so that's a cheeky 50% regress. Thanks to Dragon's Grip. Very cool. Everyone's injured other than Feng. I think they're doing a mass heal right now, though. Big resets. Oh, Ash gave up. Wow. That's a bit salty. Man, we got some good stalker on everyone there. Very happy about that. Perfect. And then off this pop goes the Weasel. We should be able to get another good Dragon's Grip as well. We'll definitely get Trail Torment at the very min. But it kind of requires a survivor to start a gen. And I think the only gen that they could start is that one over there. Kate might be on it, but I don't think we'll get very good pop value from it because they would have been on it for a while. Oh no, it's actually got good value. Look. That's great news. Kick. Leave the area. Wait for Dragon's Grip. Dun, dun, dun. There it is. Thanks so much for the firebomb, Juka. I really appreciate that. And there she goes. Dude, I love this so much. I think Dragon's Grip works just as good on Ghostface as it does Pyramid Head. Just because you have so much stealth control. We have like 3 ways to stealth with this build, which is quite fun. Tap that again, and the gen is almost dead. Perfect. All right, we're going to go this direction. Oh, she actually killed herself on Hook. Man, these guys don't want to play for very long. They get down after Dragon's Grip, and they're like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Trying to blend there, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? That's not how you play Dead by Daylight. Maybe it's decisive. Nope. He was done. He was out of here. Fair enough, man. Where do you think Feng went? She rescued. She's right here. Almost fully stalked. Whoa, I thought she might continue running a straight line. She didn't strike me as a looping god. Done. What a fun game. We had so many ways to down the survivors, expose the survivors, stay stealthed. That was quite fun. I really liked all of the different options we had available to us. Alrighty, so this is what I probably think is the best Ghostface build in current meta, purely because it supports the hit and run playstyle very strongly. You have Sloppy Butcher to give the survivors the Mangled Status effect, making it so take them longer to heal, which means they probably won't. So when you pair that with Ruin and Undying, then you can hit and run survivors off of generators. They usually relocate, regressing the generator. And then when you find them again, you have Sloppy Butcher to hopefully down them quicker. You're not really looking for as much stalk with this build as you are for hit and run playstyle. Previously, I did a video on the best build for Ghostface, and I had Corrupt and Pop in the place of Ruin and Undying. And that's also very strong and consistent, but I think that Ruin Undying supports hit and run play styles even better. Alrighty, Sanctum of Wrath is an excellent map for totems, a bit like the family Residing. Residing? resident map and how that was strong for our totems as well. We can look around and look for undying auras as well, which is also really powerful on any stealth killer, as it's just a little bit of information to hopefully approach your first group of survivors. One of them saw me, the other one didn't, but since one of them's run away, the other one's hopped off as well, especially because the gen blew up. Stalking through the bush, she can't see me, reveal me, so she's going to go down here, probably. Looking for the pallet drop because it creates a massive barrier there. I'm also going to go for the survivor over here because I don't think they will run it away. I'm also going to look for a potential stalk down on this other thing. I'm going to break the pallet because I think she'll rotate towards me. Now she's in trouble. Oh, she didn't rotate towards me. That is really peculiar behavior. I didn't expect her to do that, but she did, and it worked. Risky play by me. I genuinely did think she was going to run towards me because I decided to turn my terror radius off. She wouldn't be able to see me approaching, so very risky for her to run out that direction. All right, so there's an object of obsession. There's 3 survivors over here. One of them's marked and one of them's injured, so it should be a down on maybe even 2 of them here. This thing goes down, and we can turn around and hopefully find David, who's probably going to be playing the jungle gym back here. Let's have a look. He did run this direction. Nope, no knocker. Not sure where he is then. Let's stealth up and just chill. It might not actually be an object. It could be undying totem over there. It's probably more likely an undying totem, isn't it? All right. Since we have both of our recovery add-ons, we do recover very quickly. I think I heard David. No, I didn't. What did I hear then? I see David over there. David should be a pretty quick down. We've got aura on him as well, which is great. And there's a second survivor here who just let go of the generator. Very weak pallet, this one. Actually, it's stronger than it looks. Turn the red stain off to catch him off guard. Alrighty. Now, I did say that we weren't really looking for a hidden, for a stalk playstyle, but the survivors are giving it to us, and whenever they give it to us, we go for it. The good thing about having Sloppy Butcher is that once you've stalked the survivors and downed them at least once, then typically they don't get much healing done. So then you can turn it into a hit and run playstyle directly off the bat of it. So it works out pretty well in that sense. I don't know where these survivors who ran this direction. Oh, you know what? They're probably in the basement, aren't they? Looking for items in the chest. No, they're not. Okay, I really thought they may be because of the fact that we saw a survivor run down this direction with scratch marks. All right, we can come over here and contest the heal or contest the gen, whatever it might be. It looks like it's a heal. Right here. 3-man healing. So this is where hit and run works really well. Oh, he dead-hearted. He must have. I looked away when it happened. Anyone else around for a hit? Hopefully they are. So we can get that Sloppy Butcher dished out to multiple people. Both the Fangs running that direction. What I might do is leave the David slugged and go for the Fangs. I think we've got a real good chance to come and catch them off guard here because of the tree. Yeah, look at that. This is where hit and run does so much work, guys. And then we get the hit on the Fang. Unless she wants to throw this really strong pallet. Perfect. Great for us. Lots and lots of pressure right now. Thank you so much for the... what was that? A continued sub by Machine Wraith. Appreciate that, man. Okay. No gen progress at the moment. David's just been healed as well. Anytime the survivors commit the 20 seconds to healing, that is a lot of gen regression. That is over 1/10 of a generator regressed immediately. Maybe we can stalk the Meg. I think Meg might have Spine Shield, or she's just a really heads-up player, one of the two. Should be able to lean stalk her around this. Nah, not possible, but she's in a very... Oh, David revealed us. In a very weak position of the map here. I was out of range, really. That's crazy. Oh, she gets a hit here. And we know David's run off that direction. I actually see him. But I think I'm going to commit to the Meg because I think she's in a very bad position in the map from what I've seen. This is a very strong pallet, actually. But if she decides to... Oh, she's running in the right direction. There's no mind game you can make here, so just put her on the map wall so that she's forced to have limited movement afterwards. Now turn your terror radius off once you've kicked the pallet and look at the aura on the Undying. Wear your dead heart out, and then you're good to go. It's really, really important to put a survivor on the map wall when you break a pallet, so that they have like less opportunities to run inwards on the map and I guess, you know, get away from you. It really limited her choices between bad and bad, which is great for us. All right, let's look for a survivor to push off a generator. They might be on this upper gen because they broke the totem up here. But they're not. We would hear them. Let's listen to this one over here. Look, sounds like there's 2 survivors on this one, so let's see what happens when... Oh, they popped off it. Spine chill. Has to be, you know? There's no way she could see me, I don't believe. Around the corner. I guess it's possible, but it seems unlikely. Clean stalk off this. She's giving it to us for free. And we'll get a full stalk in just a second, especially if she runs towards us like she did. Amazing. I want to continue hooking inwards a little bit so that I can prevent them finding the ruined totem in the back corner over there. So we're doing great stuff right now. Still 4 generators remaining. And that gen is popped, so there was actually a second survivor on it who hopped off it very early. We're just going to stealth up, get close to the Fang, go for a basic attack. Because she's in a bad area of the map. She runs towards Shack and we get rid of the Shack pallet, which wouldn't be the worst thing. Or she runs this direction and runs into a dead end, basically. So, works for me, you know. Love it. 2 survivors now injured. We're not going to stealth here because we're in between 2 survivors. And oh, actually, she's dead. I think we will stealth, and that way they can't borrow time rescue in our face. They're at the hook by the looks of the scratch marks. But I don't see them. Here they are. Perfect. And that thing was trying her hardest to reveal us. It just wasn't working. I had the red stain, swing around just in case he's camping. He wasn't. I had my red stain to turn off in just a second. Perfect. Look at how close we get to the David because we turned the red stain off at a good time. Got back in. Okay, mate. Alrighty. You did great, man. Simply the best. Oh, dear. That just leaves Meg. We actually have not hooked the Meg at all, amazingly, this game. Which is terrible for her, by the way. Oh, you're right here. One thing that I think really should be more common ground now that the survivors have hook state counters for each other is taking hooks for each other, man. It is so important that you spread the hook load out between survivors. And not just try and not get hooked at all. If you want to win as a team, that's what you need to do. I did hook her once. Oh, yeah, I did. I was looking at the hook counter. The hook state counter, I guess, didn't update. Because if David got rescued. Yeah, that makes sense. Never mind. I'm just bad at math, guys, as it works out. Just bad at math. That's fine. This is a strong build. And like I said, if you really hate the idea of using totems, then pop and corrupt. Perfect replacements for it. Just as powerful. Alright, guys. So we're going to run a basic perk build in case you don't have any DLCs and you decided to buy Ghostface today. We're going to use his 2 unique digital perks, I'm All Ears and Thrilling Tremors, to give us information throughout the game. And then we're going to use Whispers and Sloppy Butcher. Whispers is a fantastic option for any stealth killer because it activates when you're 32 meters away from a survivor. And since we'll have no terror radius, we should be able to use it to locate a survivor. But if you struggle to use Whispers, you could replace that perk option with Spies from the Shadows. And if you have Barbecue and Chili unlocked, then you could replace Thrilling Tremors with Barbecue. All right, so we've got Blood Lodge, one of the worst maps for Ghostface actually in the game because it's super open and the survivors can find you pretty quickly. Instantly into stealth, and we're staring at Whispers in the 3rd icon slot to see when it lights up. So sometimes survivors do spawn back here. When you spawn where I did, it's more likely that all the survivors spawn in this back corner here or around this back corner. And you can see scratch marks leading up towards us, so that is confirming our theory. So I'm actually going to go the long route around the truck to try and avoid getting spotted from this generator. I'm actually going to go for a lean stalk here onto the Steve. There's multiple survivors here, but I'm not going to get greedy. I'm just going to go for the one. And maybe if I can hit the Meg, that'll be good because of Sloppy Butcher. If not, we get the pallet out of her, and that's just as good. So there's the Sloppy Butcher. And I think if Meg stays here, we can get the pallet out of her as well. All right, so she didn't stay. Let's go back for Steve. Oh, Jeff's here. Let's try and get a hit on Jeff. Amazing. I'm All Ears tells us where he's going. We actually have a potential... No. No. I was thinking maybe there's a small potential we catch him, but there's not really. Thrilling Tremors will tell us where the final survivor is. if they're on a generator. And looking here, every generator is blocked, so we know no generators are being worked on right now. So good info out of Feeling Tremors. But if you did have barbecue and chili, then that's going to be just as good info, really. Since Meg is here at a loop, I'm going to go for a hit on her. I think we should be able to. Perfect. Final survivor was actually in the back corner. I'm going to hit and run. That means I've hit the Meg, and I'm leaving to try and get value out of my Sloppy Butcher by coming in down in survivors here. So that's really silly of the Claudette. One, to not take a hit on the Steve. Really greedy decision making. Watching her through I'm All Ears. Free hit there. By my Red Stain. Hesitate. Hesitation's really important there. A lot of killers are going to just straight away go for the survivor who seems to be camping the pallet. What I did was I hesitated for longer than the cooldown required, and that gave the caller this I guess unease. She was like, what's going on? Why is he not coming around the corner? I haven't seen his Red Stain. I also hid my Red Stain by walking backwards around the corner. But that hesitation was quite impactful in making that work. All right, so any information of generators being worked on? Is this a second Feeling Tremors where all gens are blocked? What the heck is this game? The survivors are like genphobic. They don't want to work them. All right, so we get the hit on the Meg. They're both running to the Shack Pallet. That is a terrible Shack Pallet usage. But to be honest, we always knew it was going to happen, didn't we? All right, let's hit and run again. Try and get a hit onto the Jeff. Is Steve paying more attention this time? Is Jeff going to... Jeff, you are the... You know, I feel bad for this Steve, and Jeff's going to put himself in a bad position here, and we get I'm All Ears value. So, but, yeah, Jesus Christ. That's two teammates who are very happy with the idea of just farming Steve. Very sad to see, man. Lots of lack of team play going on in this game. Oh, man. Yo, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub, Victor. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate that, man. All right, let's stealth up now that we're out of line of sight of the Jeff. You can see that even though this is a really basic perk build using 2 perks that you can find in any Blood Web and 2 of Ghostface's unique perks, we're actually getting a lot of value out of all 4 perks. Whispers gave us that very first down, which is what made it so impactful. And from there, we've been using all the rest of the perks to try and snowball pressure onto the survivor team. So it's really good. Hitting a survivor before they vault is great, and then we get an I'm All Ears to track them. Watch what she does here. See how she's playing? See how we're using I'm All Ears to get info out of her? Really nice stuff. And then she's going to drop this pallet instantly. Or not. So we'll try and swing around. We can just stealth up after that pallet drop immediately and chase her down. She's camping the pallet, I believe. Oh, she's not. All right, well, that's really good for us because there's no pallets this direction. So we just need to slide. And we've caught her. This is a big dead zone. It's just a T wall, L wall. That's it. And she's already used her exhaustion perk, so what's she going to do? Everyone's injured here as well. Steve. Look, Steve is a team player. Even though he had so many players just leave him for dead, he ran back and he took the hit for his team. Steve, you're dead, but you're a better teammate than the rest of the guys in this game, and I appreciate that of you. First gen done. First survivor dead. Bit of a shame for Steve, honestly. Considering that no one spent the time of day for Steve. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Yo, Danny Badger, nice to see you. Thank you so much for the resub. Much love. All right, cool. This Megan, instead of taking distance, is sitting on top of the hill. So that's great for us. When you crouch, you actually reduce the distance that a survivor can reveal you from, by the way. She's committing. There's actually a Claudette behind this, and the Meg has shown a fairly good understanding of when to throw pallets. So because the Claudette's back here, I'm actually going to go for her instead. Oh, she's feeling stealing. Oh, great play then. I'm All Ears tells us where she's going, so we don't have to worry about doubling back or anything. I don't know why she was looking behind her like that. Going into a... I think Meg's revealing us. Yeah, she is. Okay, that's a shame. She skipped a maze tile for a second maze tile. She'll just throw this instantly, watch. Yeah. We've already established that this Claudette's not the best looper. If I wait just a little bit, I'll get Feeling Tremors again. So what we're going to do is come over here and kick this gen, push the Meg. Oh, Meg's actually dead, I think. She probably won't have a dead hard back at this point. Oh, she did. Okay, fair enough. Another pallet. You're so generous, Meg. Thank you. Meg's given us a lot of pallets, to be fair. Can I have another? Oh, you are so in trouble. But I'm not going to go for you immediately because I can catch him pretty quickly. I want to block the gen instead. Okie doke. Oh, Meg ran towards Shaq, but there's no pallet back here. Other than a fairly weak pallet. Actually, made pretty good use of this one last time, so probably not that weak, is it? I should have just gone for the Jeff, honestly. I will now. He has dead hard to remember that. Dead hard, pallet drop, grab. Thank you. Alright, Meg here to use another pallet. Or two. This is a really safe pallet, by the way. This is one of the safest pallets on this map. Genuinely. Alright, she's going back towards the pallet over here. Revealing. She's going to farm. She is, yes. I get on my back. No standing up. I want to hit him before the rescue happens, just in case he has borrowed time. Good decision. Now he can't use his borrowed time to rescue. We've pushed him to a really weak position. We should be able to get the down here, I think. Yes, look at that. The only thing that threatens us is one of them old decisive strike arenos. No DS on him. Lovely. Gens are blocked again. 16 seconds of gen prevention. You can see Meg on top of the hill as well. I wonder where Claudette went after popping the generator. I suspect that Meg has decisive strike, and we know she has dead hard. I know exactly where she's going as well. That's pre-path, so she's forced to use her dead hard very early. Amazing. She probably could have made that pallet without using dead hard, by the way, but she doesn't necessarily know that. We've turned our red stain off to see if she's paying much attention behind it. It seems like she wasn't. She just pre-pathed and it worked out really well for her. She can see me through this wall, I just realized. Yeah, easily. I think she probably has DS for her to hold like that. I guess we'll give it a go. No, she was very happy with the idea of maybe just dying. And thought I was going to double back. Well, we've hooked her on the hatch, so there's going to be no hatch escape. And we just have to... I guess we can basically just go over here if we want to. Get over here, stealth it up, and wait the Claudette out. If the Claudette finishes a gen, then we can cut her off. If she unhooks, then we can chase her. And if Meg dies, then... oh, Claudette's right here. Then there's the hatch play. And if she decides to reveal me, then that was the unexpected option that worked in our favor, I suppose. GG's, guys. Very good game considering the build. And hopefully this helps out anyone trying to learn Ghostface and who doesn't have perks unlocked yet. Alrighty, it's time for the meme build of the video, and we are going to be playing CrouchFace. For this, we are going to play perma-crouched with the double crouch add-ons. This will make us 104% movement speed whilst crouching. To try and make up for this, we're going to run Nemesis and play with your food so we can get more movement speed. And then to kind of pair with the meminess of the build, we'll run Make Your Choice and Furtive Chase. So hopefully the survivor that we down becomes the obsession thanks to Nemesis. Then when they get unhooked, the survivor unhooking them will have Make Your Choice. They will become the new obsession thanks to Furtive Chase, triggering Nemesis, giving us an aura reading of them, as well as making it so they have no terror radius, so we don't have to worry about crouching as a stealthing to catch up to them. And for this gameplay, I shall wear the Ghostface mask. Alrighty. Oh man, Autohaven maps are hard to do crouching shit on. I guess we'll give it our best. Crouch, stealth. Stay that way. What is this? Wrecker's Yard? Okay, so quite a small map in general size. I find that this area over here typically has survivor spawns in it. And we got scratch marks on a tree, so good choice, good choice. Hey, Steve's also doing CrouchFace. I see. Now, I will say this, guys. I can hardly see in this mask, for what it's worth. Hardly. But we're doing our best, regardless. We found it down. Nice and quick. Steve crouched as well. Steve was like, I shall crouch as well! I shall join CrouchFace Stay. I meant to swing at the Claudette. Whoopsies. Alright, let's chase her. Steve! Go away! It's mine and Claudette's time together. Where the fuck did she go? Over here. Hey, Claudette, come back! Hey, Claudette! I need to hook you. You're my obsession. Ooh, she transferred. Smart. Wait, have I not dropped chase with her? See, this is why Autohaven maps kind of suck for this. Because you don't get, they're too short of a loop. The survivors can see right over it. There we go. Things are starting to speed up. Little old Ghostface here. Now we're normal killer speed, actually. Can we get her? I think we can. That hard? Grab! Poacher! 2 stacks saved! Woo! Let's put it on the corner map so hopefully we can get Make Your Choice Nemesis. Oh, this Yui needs to run away, man. I hate when they run up. Yeah. This is where Make Your Choice sucks so much. The survivor, like, running at you. Immediately contest the unhook. There we go. Make your choice. They can go for it now if they want to. Come on, Yui. You know you wanna. You know you wanna, Yui. Alright, there it is. Where's she going? Where's she going? To the left. Okay. She doesn't have a terror radius, so we don't need to be stealth, by the way. We just need to find her. We just know that she's gone off to the left here. So we just need to look for her. There she is. Seems like she might be a bit of a panicker here, guys. They always underestimate the lunge. Always. Perfect. So now we hook her, and hopefully we can get a second usage of Make Your Choice and start snowballing a little bit in this end game. That's the idea behind this build, essentially. Claudette, go away. You're the worst. You ruin everything. No one likes you. Alright. Make Your Choice about to expire. And we're out of range. Perfect. And Nancy's over here injured? No, she is. Right in the corner, look at her. In a lot of trouble there. Unless she is dead hard, in which case she's not in a lot of trouble at all. Because of how fucking slow I am. Alright, watching for the unhook. Because I want to see where they go to. Hopefully it's Steve as well. Come on, Steve. Wait, what the heck? Why are we speeding through gens so hard? When you have 2 survivors on hook. Claudette's going to force the unhook here, so I'm going to have to go after her. Yeah, dead hard, right? No. Oh, Steve's here as well. Interesting. He had bird time? I thought it was crouched. Is Steve here? I don't think he is. I hear you. You think you're smart enough for CrouchFace? You think you're smart enough for CrouchFace, man? I'll show you what smart looks like. Alright, so whoever rescues, doesn't really matter, because they're injured. Alright, we already caught the Nancy at this loop, the Yui at this loop once before. Not dropping the pallet, man. She refuses. Iron hands. There she goes. Come on, CrouchFace. Faster! 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 She's too fast! I can't catch her! Oh, what a shame. Run up! We can catch her now! Oh, she's too smart! Maybe she has a spine chill. I'm gonna have to drop chase. She's got too many options. Too many options! One of the survivors over here has nemesis on them, right? And make your choice. Must be the survivor who's ran over to the truck. I can't read my perks. Oh, it's gone. Doesn't matter anymore. They're right here, though. Oh, they're injured. Nancy. Okay. She started to try to reveal me, but she's on the wall. Oh, cut it in. Smart play. Big moves. See what elbow? How are you revealing me from so far away, Nancy? Okay. Trying to go to Shaq. I think I can cut her off. Ah! Wait, can you not see me? Is Nemesis really that strong? I think Nemesis is really that strong, guys. I killed one! I'll leave her alone. I think Steve's gonna get back on the gen over here. Or Claudette. Get off the gen! Okay. Here I come. Oh, they all took the windows from him. There's a chance. Oh, there's a big chance. So many stacks potential. They underestimate my swing. CrouchFace too strong. No. All right, let's turn this CrouchFace into a slug face. Is he healing? He's being healed. Oh, here I come. No! With this pallet here, I have to pick up the Yui. It's now or never. Can I pick her up whilst I'm crouched? No, I can. I don't know why I didn't let me. That's weird. Alright, I'm gonna hook over here. Oh shit, I got stuck. I have to hook here now. I was really trying to hook over there so I could prevent the Claudette from opening the gate. No, I don't think I can. Even with my speedy movement speed. She's going in! There's still a chance. I need to recrouch. Ah! What? She has Metal Man? What the fuck is this? How does that work? Oh, no. Metal Man too strong. Too strong for CrouchFace. Shit. It's the worst case scenario, man. The Metal Man coming out. Oh, that was worth it. That was a alright game, I think. You did alright, considering.